Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Welcome to the stream. Sound check. Sound check. Can everybody hear me? Oh. Yes, Jamie Odell. Okay. All right. Oh. Give me a sec here. All right. We are back. We are back. Let me play with this setting here. Move this stuff around. Sean, are you going to be on video or are you just going to be audio today? I wonder if Courtney's going to jump on video. Jerry and Fletch are on vacay. So, no Mr. Ma, no Mr. Chufong. You guys hear me okay? Sound is good? All right. Welcome to Sketch Fighters. Let me say hello to everybody on stream first. I believe. You guys hear me okay? Oh, who's that? Mr. Chen? Hello? Everybody on stream first, I believe. Hold on, I'm hearing. Okay, I'm hearing myself.
Yeah, I had both audios on.
Oh, okay. All right. I think Jamie Odell was first. DYL Pickle. Good to see you. James Quo. Dr. Midnight, how you doing? B-Dub, thanks for the sub with Prime. B-Dub, 14 months. Dr. Midnight, hope you're feeling better. Hope your mom's doing well. Dr. Midnight resubbed, 18 months. Thank you so much. Yojimbo's here. Good to see Yojimbo. Sean, we've been gone for like a month, huh?
Well, it felt like even more. Was it a month?
Summer break. I think July 5th.
Oh,
July
yeah,
4th. Right. Oof. A little rusty.
Yeah, a lot has happened. Yeah, I didn't know you were doing a convention like right. It seemed like you just got back from Taiwan and then you just went right out the door again and onto another airplane.
Pretty much got back from Taiwan. I was gone for a month. Got back on an airplane the next day or the day after.
Did you plan that?
To Kansas City. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I had the Kansas City show planned. I had it booked earlier in the year before my Taiwan trip in the summer. It was kind of a last minute deal. And then I thought I was going to be able to stream when I was in Taiwan, but I actually did a lot of traveling. So a lot of the traveling hit on Wednesday, which is Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. They were a half a day ahead. So just couldn't get it to sync up. Because I would have been in hotel rooms. And anyways. And I would have had to like check out right after the show ended. So Sean, what's going on these days?
No, well, a lot. I mean, I did the family vacation, and that kind of led right into San Diego. All the times we were in Taiwan, I was traveling also.
Yeah, man, I missed you. How was San Diego?
Oh, it was good. I mean, because the Hall H strike and everything, the strike with all the writers and actors, it wasn't like a big magnet that pulled everyone over there. So everyone's kind of milled around all the comic book stuff.
Right.
So yeah, and so Courtney was there, and I met a lot of people from Stream. They're all really great to hang out with.
Jay Dang was there. Who else?
Yeah.
Who else showed up? DYL Pickle.
Oh,
Courtney.
Courtney. One of the greatest street teams you're gonna have if you're promoting anything was just the group that we had there. Tireless promoters of the book.
That was fun. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of work too. I think it was a thankless job. But you guys were all troopers, so you get
We were
paid in
thanked.
food
We were
basically.
thanked.
Courtney,
No,
you
no.
ended up working the show, or you were just there for a couple of days, for like a day or two?
No, I worked it. It wasn't that bad. It's we weren't selling anything, so that makes it a lot easier. So, compared to other times I helped other people where it's like if you have a lot of things to sell. So, it was just promoting Sean and basically I mean, I used it as like I'm here at this booth and whoever wants to come by and say hi can come by. So,
You were dressed
Carl was
as
chill.
Uma
Also,
Thurman one day.
that's right. That was a great. I wasn't there for that, but that was a great cosplay because when you said you had that outfit, I thought it was like the one you get like maybe like at the Party City, or but
Oh
it
yeah,
seemed
yeah.
like a real serious outfit.
I mean, it was definitely like a onesie, stretchy, comfortable one. I almost forgot I had it, but yeah, I ordered like a sword on Amazon and it didn't come in time. Else I would have worn down that Friday. I'm getting my days mixed up, but it was it was interesting. People were telling me to pose, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I should have practiced.
Interesting. I mean, you're hooked, right? I mean, so when New York comes around, and maybe we should take a poll who she's gonna be next, right? Because I get the feeling that you're in
I
serious
could do
cosplay
it.
mode. All
Well,
right, so
like when I used to go dance, we did costumes. So we would have different themes. So it's kind of the same. So it's like not I mean, I think you just people get like really into their character and that's cool. So I didn't actually go out too much like in costume. It was really just a lot of pictures were taken between the time like I walked into the convention to like help that day and then that was basically it. So, but it was comfortable. It was very like there's other people like that one big guy who came in the giant remember
yeah,
that one guy you saw? What was
was it
it?
like a kingpin
Yeah,
outfit?
yeah, yeah. That thing was giant. Like going around in that's gotta be such a pain in the butt.
That guy was.
So
I think I saw him on probably the most out of all,
Yeah,
in terms of random Instagram feed. So
yeah,
he seemed to be
he
the
was
hit of the
giant.
show.
He was a trooper. It was a whole family. It was really interesting. So
Was it only
yeah,
one person in that outfit, or was it? Let me see if I
it
can
was
find it.
I
it
know.
was the one guy. It was the we I think someone maybe Courtney overheard the girl who was
Yeah.
cosplaying in that
Oh, it
group
was a
saying like
girl.
dad over here. Yeah, well, there was a
Oh,
guy, but then there was the girl's father. So really,
yeah.
I don't know if the father was really into comics at all, but it's like,
Yeah.
Dad, can you do us a huge favor? I mean, a huge favor.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I mean, he has to be if they like made that. But yeah, the mom was I'm so tired. I'm forgetting names of characters now. The mom was she was Spider-Gwen, the daughter, and then the mother was Doc Ock. And so yeah, it was great. I mean, there's always like really good costumes and I don't know.
I
It's
just
it's nice being at a booth.
I just
So
put it
I
up
didn't
on
actually
the
get around like that
screen.
this year.
Look at them.
Is that
Oh
it?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's it. So it's a mother, and it was huge. It was just, I mean, he must have been
Like,
sweating.
where did he
Well,
look out of? Did he look out of like the chest area,
Yeah,
or?
I don't know.
me
Who knows?
neither.
Maybe his fly's open. But I mean, that convention was extra crowded, and I think there's a lot of people more people would have come by and said hi, except that it takes you like half an hour to make it across the room. So imagine that guy going around with his family in that crowded area.
Yeah, and they got stopped. I mean, they couldn't even get, within 20 minutes, they were still like within our vicinity. So yeah, but it was fun. All the guys from DCD collections were all or collects or they were all really really good people. Everybody's great. It's very. I had a fun time. So
All right, so everyone's got to write in the chat who will Courtney be next. I mean, I think the
All right,
obvious choice
I'm
is like,
down.
what is it, like White Queen or something like that? Man, there's a lot
I
of
like
whites in the name,
that.
but um, or
Courtney, you going to New York?
yeah,
I want to.
you can do the same thing
Is Car?
except in a costume.
Yeah. You gonna
I'm
go?
down.
You gonna go as a representative of 24/7,
And White Queen.
247?
I could actually, Sean, I didn't tell you, but I actually, when I was looking at swords on Amazon, there was like a one piece like that I was doing that was actually a robot one. And I was like, oh, that actually looks
Oh wow,
like your character. So
cool.
I was like, oh, that'd be interesting. But I don't know. I'd be down. I I saw like a lot. I saw another like Spider-Gwen interesting costume. I think it's
Yeah, you
like the
can do
whole
Spider
acting
Gwen.
out that's like not really part of like I don't mind dressing as it. It's like, oh, this is like Halloween, but I do feel bad when they're like, you know. I mean, it was fun because I got to threaten people with a sword, but
What
that
was
was
that? There's a picture you posted where I think they're like some creepy guys who are holding up score numbers, like hot or
oh
not type thing.
oh they're there every year, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
at the it's like right next to the yeah, they're there every year.
Like
You know,
across the
they
street
just
at the train
yeah,
station?
yeah, yeah.
Are
You know what
they
it is. It's like
are
kind
they
of
scoring your costume or
omni.
just?
Yeah, yeah. They
Oh,
just
okay.
scored the costume. I mean, they were just like 10. And I was like, yay.
There you
Um,
go. And
Where is that? Was
so
that
I saw.
only a story, or did you post that on your?
Oh, I think it's in one. I think it's. I think I just have one of the one with me in the costume is like just like a
I
thread
think it
of
was.
them. So if you just
Oh,
scroll
that's
on
right. It's
that
one of
one particular.
those 10 picture spreads.
I I think it's there. Yeah, I just put them all in one. So, but then I did see like when I was able to get on one of my friends from high school who was I was supposed to meet up with, but I wasn't able to catch him. He sent me that link to a YouTube where he's like, "Here you are." I was like, well, but I mean, it's a million other people like doing cosplay, and really good ones too. So it was fun.
So who did we meet from stream? I mean, I don't like the screen names kind of confuse me. So the fact it's
I
not their real
will
name.
pretty much know DYL Pickle
That's
was
right.
there,
Crispy egg
um,
roll.
Crispy Egg Roll, um, Poop Kid. They avoided me for the most part because Bernard wasn't there. I was messaging them and be like, "Hey, I gotta catch you guys," and they're like, "Yeah, sure." hmm Way High was there, and
Was it Martinogenesis or is that his name?
Martin of Marvin. Marvin was there.
Oh yeah.
Marvin's Art?
Marvin's Art. Yeah.
Make
Martin is another dude who
Oh,
is in South America, I think. Um, and of course, oh God, I'm sorry, I didn't have like caffeine this afternoon, and I'm just.
Make Havoc. Did you guys see Make Havoc?
yeah, I think we did.
Yeah.
Steve.
Yeah.
Thanks for the resub, Steve. 36 months. Ooh, that's 3 years. Wow. Make Havoc.
Wait, did we see? Is there a Martin? Okay. Oh my God.
No, there's a Martin on the Battle of Sketches.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Marvin was definitely there, and then he was there with Professor Rocco, who I don't think she comes on this stream, but she joins the Battle of the Sketches sometimes. She's female.
So did that guy
And
have to? Did the Kingpin basically have to go in sideways, like, or in
Yeah.
in and out the
Yes.
door? How did he have to go in the door? Did he have to like take the top off
Yeah.
and then walk in and then put it back on, or?
probably, I feel like I had to go through like the security check to make sure, they had to approve of my weapon. So it was funny because I was going through, the regular way, the front door, and I was like, I don't know where to go, but I know I have to check this. and the guy in the front was like, "Yeah, just go right over to that guy, and if he gives you any problem, just be like, 'Do you know who I am?'" And I was just like,
Way
yeah,
High
I'm
was
Heather
there.
Graham.
I'm not gonna pull that.
Did Way High
Oh, you
bring
should
his kid?
cosplay as Heather Graham, as like
Yeah.
maybe like that Austin Powers girlfriend. I don't know if they wear any outfits. Or how
Oh,
about Roller Girl from Boogie Nights?
I can do that. Just be on a lot of drugs.
How about Heather Graham from what was that Vegas movie?
Um, I know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're
The
talking
Hangover.
The Hangover.
about.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Dr. Midnight just
Who would
gifted 10
recognize it?
subs.
Yeah, look at that.
Thank you, Dr. Midnight. Gifted subs to James Quo, Oddball, Link 52017, Kevin P. West. Good to see Kevin P. West. Tagamo 3, Roy Batty. Good to see Roy Batty. Agnes Lamb. Good to see Agnes. Lay Kane, Beliasa. Ooh, Beliasa's here. Intruder Timmy. Thank you so much, Dr. Midnight. Thanks for the sub.
Oh, and Jay Dang and his wife came. I met them.
Oh, so he had a baby, right?
No, that's Way.
Or
Jimmy
was that?
Dang has 2 babies. Way High has
Yeah.
a fresh baby,
Oh, okay, wait.
a more fresher baby.
Yeah.
Jay Dang has like a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, and they enjoyed like taking their kids to Disneyland after. They had a full trip of it. But yeah, it was great to meet them. His wife got like really cool stuff, like these pair of like Kith shoes that were actually really cool. I was very jealous. But yeah, got to meet everybody.
All right. Well, today I'm just gonna do this. Might take up 2 streams, so I can't stay on too long. I have to again deadline. But
I was wondering how you did all that traveling with deadlines.
I actually
Right.
drew an entire book, well, almost an entire
while
book
you were
overseas. Yeah.
Wow.
All on the iPad, and then
All on the iPad?
well, I think I did like 3 or 4 pages while I was here, right before I left, and then the rest I drew on the iPad while I was overseas and in the airport. This is a good killer Croc, but
This is a commission you're doing?
yeah, I gotta finish up a commission from the Fountain City Comic Con, which is the show that I was just at this past weekend in Kansas City. It was a nice smaller show. One of the shows that's hopefully growing in popularity.
Any stream people there?
Oh yeah, Simple Man came out.
Oh yeah, Simple Man.
Oh, yeah.
Simple
you
Man
posted
came
up
out.
there.
Simple Man was an hour plus away, almost 2. Came out with the family. Got to hang out with Simple Man. We grabbed a bite afterwards. We were drawing at the table together for a little bit. Simple Man Jr. was there. Yeah, so I don't know if Simple Man's here tonight. He could be working. But yeah, it was great to see. It's great to see Simple Man in person, and his wife Courtney. And then the show was it was very interesting. I was sitting next to Bob Hall. Remember Bob Hall, Sean?
Yeah, from the old days. Yeah.
Yeah. So Bob was there, and you always meet someone at the airport, because they're usually picking up people around the same time. So I got in at the same time with Joseph Rubinstein.
That's another Valiant. Was there a Valiant?
Legendary Marvel. Well, Joe's kind of done everything. Marvel, DC, Valiant. Legendary inker. Funny thing was the day before the show, I was running around getting prints made downtown, and as I'm going to my car, I noticed that there was a comic book shop that just opened like 2 blocks from me. And I go in, but they only sell old vintage comics. Not even vintage, like old comics.
No one's selling the current stuff.
Yeah, so they didn't have any new stuff. It was all old stuff. And some of the old stuff was just like stuff from a couple years ago. Obviously, they're buying up people's collections or something. And so I was just flipping through it. I mean, it was a combination escape room slash
It's never just a comic book store.
something else slash comic book store, yeah. And
Interesting.
I threw in one of the boxes, I found Rom. You guys remember Rom? Did you ever read Rom?
Space Knight?
Rom Space. Is this Space Knight? Rom Space Knight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just has like a chrome box head.
Right.
Kinda.
Right.
I don't know. These designs were really not that inspired back then.
But I remembered I really liked the series when I was a kid. So I ended up flipping through and I picked up copies number issue 2 through 12. I figured that's a good. They didn't have number 1. And then so over the weekend at the show, I picked up a copy of number 1. And then Joseph came by and he's like, "Oh, I inked that cover." So he's kind of been around. And then who else was at the show? Chris Burnham, another comic book artist. He's a local guy. And Brent Peebles.
Oh, he's good.
He was kind of in the area. A lot of people drove in. So, have you ever drawn Killer Croc before, Sean? Like, what is this guy all about?
He has so many different looks. I usually do the Jim Lee one. Sometimes he's more human, sometimes he's less human.
And
I don't really like drawing those.
Is there a battle of the sketches this week? Like, does somebody come up with a new?
I think Marvin took it over, and he's. Let me check. I still have to finish my Spider-Man one.
And how's everybody else doing on stream? I mean, it's the summer. You know.
It's couples. Sorry.
Huh?
DC.
Oh, it's couples.
Ship couples and team-ups, which is kind of interesting.
Okay.
But yeah, it's okay.
Kevin P. West is here. Mr. Joshua, thank you for the resub. 35 months. Oof. Good to see you. Hey, was Mr. Joshua in San Diego? Did you guys see Mr. Joshua? Or Cool Hand Luke?
You know, I can't do screen names. I mean, I know these people, but I knew their name.
Because we saw them at WonderCon.
Yeah, he's usually at WonderCon.
Yeah. I think he skipped it. I think he told us he was gonna miss San Diego Comic Con too.
Okay. So the convention was okay. You know, it was like a more.
Oziart's here.
Who?
Oziart. His rating.
Hello.
We shared a booth, right?
We did share a booth. That was. So he's a secret fan of yours, Bernard.
Of
who's
mine.
Actually like a great artist.
Seconth is here. Wait, hold on. I'm catching up on the chat. So, Dr. Midnight gifted a sub to Courtney and Sean. And Make Havoc.
Really
Steve says he's going to go to New York Comic Con this year. We'll all be there. Hopefully Courtney will be there too.
Everybody, come on, make your way over here. Not that expensive in New York.
DYO Pickle found the static issue. Sean, I'm actually going to be in New York at the end of August. I might need a crash at your pad if it's available.
Cool. Yeah.
Because I have the Jean Grey miniseries comes out on the 23rd, and I have a signing here in Pasadena on the 23rd, and then I have a New York City basketball engagement on the 26th, which is a Saturday. Soul in the Hole. Crochet Art rated with a party of 17. Thank you, Crochet Art.
Yeah, that's Lee. Lee got invited in. That's pretty good. Like a lot of people aren't getting into NYCC.
And then that Sunday I'm going to be in Raleigh at Ultimate Comics to do a signing. So this book.
Oh, Raleigh. Okay.
Yeah, this book should be
So
big.
you're doing a bit of a tour. Like, are you arranging this tour, or is this?
Well, I'm
you take it upon yourself?
Yeah, I'm handling it myself. I don't have anybody.
Okay.
Who am I going to give a 15-20% cut to? You want to handle it? Sean, you want to be my agent? You want to be my agent?
Get Courtney do it.
15%?
I'll be brutal. 50%? I can do 50%.
I mean, make sure I get a per diem. What's a good per diem? $500 a day?
You let me know, and then I.
What's an
will take care of that for
industry
you.
standard per diem?
Right. And we're gonna take up a collection for your White Queen outfit.
Right. Well, there shouldn't be much.
There
There shouldn't be much clothing, right?
Right. That's really small. You can put it in your purse.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
just
that is
spray
true.
paint.
Body paint.
Is your Jimbo going to be in New York? Okay, hold on a sec. In one incident, a virus forced Croc's body to evolve into a more primal reptilian state. Croc later attempted to find a cure for his condition, but when this failed, Croc killed the scientists who tried to help him. Okay. He's kind of like conflicted, right? I also see like there's versions of him where there's chains around his neck or arms, and then there's bandages around his arms, and he's wearing jeans. A lot of people wearing jeans this weekend. Oh, Steve's going to the signing in Pasadena. Thank you, Steve. All right, I'm looking forward to see Steve there. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Wait, so who did you say was at the booth? You guys?
The booth.
Lee. Kosei Art.
Oh,
I don't
Lee,
know
yeah.
his last name. I'm sorry, Lee. I apologize.
No,
I
but
mean, yeah, he's the most diverse style. He can work in any medium, and he has a lot of different styles. There's a lot of stuff for like Lucasfilm, like a lot of Star Wars stuff.
Oh wow!
Painter and everything. Impressive
He
stuff.
did.
I mean, I think I feel bad because when people came to see me, we were kind of crashing. We're carpetbaggers in their booth. They're hosting us, and people are looking at me, and then like they want to know what my artwork looks like, and they look behind me. It's like, oh, you're really good, and they're just looking at Lee's stuff.
Oh.
They did have a lot of Lee stuff behind you.
So it was all his stuff behind you.
Yeah, I mean, it's more catching because it's painted. So all of my stuff is black and white. So you look right past my stuff at all the paintings of the Mandalorian and stuff.
I liked his Astro Boy. I need to grab one.
Hey, by the way, if we last for like another 30 minutes, the Powerball Mega Millions, right, is tonight.
Oh, did you buy for us then?
I bought some. I bought 5 tickets for $10. Is there like a live? Is there like a live feed of the?
I think so. I've seen it done before. I think it was like in the 90s though, where I could remember like the balls popping through and they call it.
It's 1.5 billion. Is the prize. 1.5 billion. I've never bought. I mean, I buy lottery scratch-offs for fun, but. Okay.
Sean could do it. Sean has the luck. I am still not a lucky person.
Okay, so
I don't do the lottery.
The next drawing is 11 p.m. Eastern time. So after that, I'm gonna sign off because I gotta get back to my regular scheduled work. Anything else from Comic-Con? I mean, Sean, you haven't. Oh, excuse me, Sean, you haven't been in San Diego in years, right?
I haven't. I don't know when the last time I went was. Not at all.
Probably.
I mean, you were there for sure. I don't know. I think maybe when you were there with the South Park guys.
Yeah, that was like
South
20. We hosted the South Park guys in our Boulevard booth. That was like one of the last years we had. I think the last year we had the booth was 2013. 2013, 2014.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think the one the last one I did was the one right before you shared a booth with that murderer guy.
Yeah, that was 2013, 2014.
Damn.
The guy that was like killed his fiance and cut her up. It was.
I looked into that after you mentioned that.
He
on
wrote
one
a
of the
graphic
streams, and
novel with the same.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks, Trevor. Trevor Goring hooked us up with. He always had the weirdest friends, very eclectic friends, right?
Mm.
And then like his friends would sit at the booth, but they would all be like old and grouchy, and.
Oh, yeah. I remember you were telling me that you wanted perhaps to ask Trevor to have that guy move out because he had bad energy and was hurting our sales.
Well, it's just like the guy was sitting there and he's like grumpy and he's all like disheveled and he didn't look happy and he's like sitting in the middle of the booth. And it's like when people walking by and we're trying to sell sketchbooks, right? And like everybody has their head down because you're working, you're doing commissions, right? And I'm trying to like get people to like buy books. It's like, I don't know, it's not the most sales friendly face, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't like he was engaged in trying to sell books either. He was just sitting there like all grumpy and shit. That's just what I remember. But you know, it's his buddy, so okay. I mean, he sat there, so.
I had to tell Sean to stop hissing at people. Like, dude, you just gotta just sign it. Stop hissing at people.
Oh, Second works for South Park Studios as a freelance social media person. So you run their Discord.
What was that friend? That
Oh,
you had
Adrian.
there?
Adrian Beard.
Adrian,
Yeah.
yeah.
So Adrian and I, we're back. We're cool now again. So Adrian and a bunch of the guys, gals from the South Park storyboard department had half of our booth. Half or a third. Was that the same year that I forgot his name again. There was another guy, Ben Caldwell, also sat at our table.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, we made a run out of it.
Those South Park people, they really cleaned up at that show.
Yeah.
Their thing was they would draw you as a South Park character.
Right.
And it was really popular. They were just raking in money.
Left and right, basically printing money. So.
And I don't think that it was that hard work either, but the fact is it's official from the South Park artists.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it's like a circle, like 3 circles. Right?
How much were they charging? Do you remember?
I don't think they were charging that much either. It wasn't. I don't think it was like $100. I think it was like $60, $50, $60.
Yeah, enough that they had to have a lockbox for their money.
Yeah. Anything else from the convention, Sean? Where did you stay?
Oh, it was at the. I forgot which hotel it was, but it's Fletcher hooked it up for me. Yeah, Hilton, right next to the convention center.
Oh, you got a room at the Hilton. Wow. Was that courtesy of 24/7?
It was.
Wow.
I was going to be there for a long, long time. I was only there Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and I didn't even go Saturday and Sunday. That was because 24/7 really just got the hotel for a certain number of days. So.
Oh, you didn't. So wait. So what happened? You were there. Well, the show was Wednesday night. It's usually the first night, right?
Yeah.
And then you were there. You were there Wednesday night, and then
Thursday and then Friday.
And then Saturday, Sunday, you weren't there.
Yeah, I had to get back home. There's
a
lot of craziness going
Friday night, right?
Yeah, I was there. I left Friday night.
Like you took a red eye. That seems. I don't know. I don't know how you did that. Even after Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I was already exhausted. I can't imagine taking a red eye.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably smart, Sean, because Sunday, really, you don't need to go Sunday, right? Ooh, there's Butthead. And then Saturday is just a shit show. I mean,
Well, I should have been there for Saturday.
there's a lot of people there Saturday. Hey, what's up, buddy? All right. Did you guys have a panel or something?
No, we
You
were just
didn't?
at the D collect.
Hey, do you have any extra? You guys are giving out ash cans of Genesis #1. Do you have any
Yeah.
extra left? You want to give away some on stream?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right, let's hold a
Have a
contest
bunch.
right now. How many copies do you have to give away?
A bunch. I think maybe I have like 20 or something.
Oh, don't say that. Just say you have a bunch.
Oh, I have a,
Try to sparse
bunch.
it out. You have a bunch. All right, okay. We have. Let's give away one right now. Sean, this is open to anybody in chat. Sean, why don't you text me a letter between 100 and 1,000. A number between 100 and 1,000. And people in chat, just type in a number. Go ahead. 100 and 1,000, James Quo. James Quo put 42,000. Free shipping to the U.S. 100 and 1,000. So you see who listens. Okay, see the number just came in. All right.
Oh, wow.
And how many pages is this? It's a black and white, right?
It's kind of crazy. I don't think Carl decided to put the ash can together. I don't know if you've ever seen an ash can before, but he printed the whole damn comic from beginning to end.
Really?
But I mean, he explained to me the story that he doesn't mind spoiling the first issue because there's so much more in the main text. So he's like, yeah, spoil it because there's more to come.
Yeah, but it's usually called an ash can for a reason.
So sometimes it's as little as 6 pages, but he did the whole thing.
I mean, sometimes they do it's like a trailer, like a teaser, and then maybe you give some concept sketches or layouts, right? And then a little brief on the creative forces behind. Anyways, what about a party? Did you go to any parties?
We went to I think a couple of all Dinesh.
Oh,
and his
you went to that party? Come on.
Wait,
Dinesh,
which one was that?
the company called Bad Idea. So Dinesh, I think he's the guy that bought Valiant after Valiant folded.
Oh, that's the one I told you guys not to go to. I didn't go to that one.
Yeah. All right. So how was that?
It was great. Yeah, they didn't have a presence there that much, so they just had a party. They just spent the party, and it was pretty cool. But Dinesh, he has a lot of knowledge about the business because he actually ran the company for a while. He was publisher. He's also been a fan. He's also he's also a collector. So he did collect comics for a while, and now he collects art. He has a lot of key pieces of art.
Yep.
He owns the Barry Windsor Smith Unity cover #1.
Yep.
Well, actually, he no longer owns it because he gave it to Carl.
He gave it to Carl, or he sold it to Carl?
Well, I think he let Carl buy it
from him.
Yeah, for the price that Carl wanted it. I think they were competing for it.
Oh, all right. Well, good for him.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in Baltimore, so I'll see Yojimbo. I see him there every year.
Yeah, I saw they let out a teaser saying that you're going to be there.
Yeah, I wasn't going to, but I have to for the book, and Carl will be there too.
In Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is he going to go for the retailer conference that's usually there in Baltimore? It's either
Yeah, I
before
don't know
or
anything
after.
about that. Yeah,
There's usually
I
a
think he should.
there's usually a retailer summit.
But what is that called? Is it? That's
I
not
don't
that
remember.
pro thing.
Comics Pro.
Comics Pro? It's not Comics Pro, is it?
Well, cause Diamond is like right there, right? But I don't know how, since it's split now, and there's Marvel's through Random Penguin House and DC's through Luna, so
All right.
Diamond handles mostly the independents. Um, but it used to be a big. I think it was either the week before or the week after.
Yeah, I
Retailer
think the
Summit.
timing doesn't work out. Yeah, it doesn't work out this time.
But that's the one that he should be going to, because that's all the retailers. You're gonna hit all the major stores, at least the big ones that are gonna order big. Well, all right.
I'll keep that in mind.
I mean, I did a couple of those when we were at Valiant. They had one in Vegas. They would have like a retailer summit in Vegas. Like they would draw, and then there would be regional, where they would have like all the regional retailers come out, and then Mazarski, Steve, would he brought me out to a couple of them, and then we'd pitch, talk to the retailers about the upcoming storylines and why they should buy the books. So, well, and then you guys are going to be. Are you going to have a booth in New York? Or how's that going to work?
I don't know, because I didn't get one this year because I don't really have a book that's currently out, so it's hard to get one. But I usually do just set up, anyways. You had one last year, right? That's right. You had it in the block. So you'll be there, right?
I got a table in Artist Alley. Do you want to sit at my table?
Okay. I think Paul said he's gonna try to get a table. I think it's
all right.
It's a little late by now.
It's kind of late. I mean, Butthead thinks it's kind of late too. You heard him laugh. I mean, I got a table next to Jerry and next to Jeff Darrow.
Andy?
Jeff Darrow.
Oh, Jeff Darrow.
Andy didn't get a table this year.
Yeah, you know why?
Why?
He's too white.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff Darrow.
Because when you went through all that the sign up stuff, you check all of those, like all those things that asked about your ethnicity and stuff, and
they had that. I don't remember that. They had a.
Yeah, I just remember there was a couple pages that I went through, and I had to check off a lot of the stuff they didn't ask before. So I guess they're just trying to.
There's affirmative action at the Artist Alley.
I don't know. I think people have been talking about that. Like a lot of people did not get a table this year.
Yes.
And they're angry. So that's one of the things they're pointing to.
Well, I don't know anything about it. I don't recall signing up for any of that stuff, but could have happened. I don't remember. It was a while ago. This is the first time I've signed up for Artist Alley.
Well, how'd you get it last time then?
At New York. No, last time I was just like sitting at Jerry's table for a little bit.
Okay.
I wasn't even doing any commissions last year.
It's because you're a current Marvel artist. That means a lot.
Well, I think it would be more like DC, because when I signed up for it, I don't think I had. I don't think they had announced the Jean Grey book yet. So, which by the way comes out August 23rd. If I haven't mentioned that yet. It's coming right around the corner.
That's so soon.
Yeah, it's a 4-issue miniseries. Man, it's very daunting to draw the book. You know?
It's a team book, right? So I mean, is it because of the team book or because of the legacy characters?
I think it's because of the legacy characters. I mean, did you ever face that problem, Sean? You know, when you first tackled Iron Man or when you're drawing Wolverine? I mean, for me, it's like these are like characters that I grew up reading as a kid. And so, like, I don't want to fuck it up. So there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I think I just selected an artist that I really liked and just kind of drew as if I was them.
Issue.
And you know, there are people. If you're on the big characters, you get a lot of like, especially back then, there wasn't so much internet stuff, but there was some internet stuff. So when I would draw Iron Man or Wolverine, there'll be chatter, and the internet wasn't so big that you would hear a lot of stuff. But then also that was at a time when you thought that what people said on the internet was completely true all the time. Now you just kind of like let that go because everyone's just clowning and trolling.
Well, that was like back AOL. Was it in the chat rooms?
Yeah, the Rec Art comics.
We used to go into the chat rooms.
Yeah.
Talk some shit.
Oh my god.
There was one time during that chat room, I just thought it would be a nice prank. Like I told everyone in the chat room that I need to speak to Bernard personally, and kind of needed the room, so 20 people. I got 20 people to leave, and then it was just you and me.
I don't recall that. Was that back in 505?
Yeah, I mean, it was,
I don't recall that.
I thought it was just funny, but people were really hurt by it, and they just thought it was extremely rude.
Really?
That's when I realized that people take this stuff seriously.
Yeah. Well, those were the days.
But they still left.
Begrudgingly, they left. Did they come back afterwards, or?
Yeah, of course.
Oh. Meanwhile, you were like the room over, the next door, right?
Yeah.
So there was totally no need to just have the whole chat room to ourselves.
Yeah.
Gosh, those were the brazen days.
Roomies.
All right, well, what do you think of this Killer Croc? It's kind of half dinosaur, half human.
It's got a nice shape to
I
it.
don't like this arm right here though.
The back arm?
His left arm, the one on the right side.
Oh.
I don't really like this arm.
What's
This
wrong
arm
with
is okay. It's a little stiff. This back arm is
Someone in the
okay.
comments said that he was holding his little stiff.
Yeah, it looks like. I mean, it's right here. Like he's holding his junk. Right. I mean, but he's like hunched over, but he's kind of like. I was gonna maybe like have him hold like Batman, like right here, but then it would look like Batman's. He's holding Batman's head next to his crotch, right? Which is even worse.
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Killer crotch.
Airs here. Oh, by the way, Poop Kid, did you see Poop Man? Did you make Poop Man? Poop Mon?
He ran away from me. He
Did not.
he was like bye, and I was like, oh, I gotta catch you guys, and he didn't answer any of my text messages.
Really? What?
Yeah.
Man.
And yeah. They just tried to avoid me. So
That's the
I was
definition of
very sad.
pump and dump.
Yeah, really
You know
was.
what, crispy egg roll, what he did for me. I think because he had to do a lot of work for Jim Lee's stuff, because I think Jim Lee had a professional like security detail there, but they don't know comics and they don't know fans, so Jim still really had to lean on Crispy Egg Roll,
Right.
Food Kid. So Crispy Egg Roll came around. We spoke for a while. I took a picture with him and everything. The guy's like jacked. He's got huge guns, And
Did he get
I
more
gave him one of
jacked?
the.
Courtney, did he get
I
more
gave him.
muscular than last year? Courtney, we had dinner the last year.
He's yeah, we all
Yeah.
had all four of us had dinner. Yeah, no, he's just as muscular. I think he just I mean, even when I first met him in person, I guess it's one of those things where you're like, "Oh, damn, you
Oh.
got guns going on."
So
He
he had
was
us a
12
chance.
last year. He has a chance.
Hey, Poop
Not
Kid, are
Poop
you?
Kid.
I mean, Crispy, are you there?
I gave Crispy one of the ash cans, and then he got it into Jim Lee's hands,
Oh.
and Jim was like flipping
Oh.
through it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think that's what I told him when I saw him. I was like, "Who's more important, me or Jim Lee? Don't do this to us." So yeah.
Hi, Mr. Flowers. Mr. Flowers, welcome to the chat. So, did you have dinner with Poop Kid and Crispy? Crispy Eggroll?
No, they were
No?
all being, super important with Jim Lee, so that was fine. I am not taking offense to that at all.
I mean, it is Jim Lee. It's the big boss, so...
Mm.
Did you get FaceTime with Jim, Sean?
I did not
No?
this time. I did in Baltimore last year.
Yeah. And, well...
I guess.
So
Still a little sad, but that's okay.
You got Baltimore coming up. Any other shows besides that in New York?
I think those are the only two.
Are you going to be coming out to LA Comic Con again? And
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, who won the giveaway?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
Duh.
forgot about that.
What? All right. Did Lurky Lurk lock it up? Let me see. Okay.
As soon as I typed in the number, someone was one digit away.
Okay.
So I know
It was 400. So McMarty 5. McMarty 5. Are you still on the stream?
Marty McFly.
Yeah, shit, forgot about that. First time chat, Krypton, third 85. Welcome to the stream. Oh, is McMarty? It was 400. So, McMarty 5. Is that a reference to Back to the Future? Do we?
Marty McFly.
Yeah, do we hold this for McMarty 5? Or you want to give it to the next guy?
I think Lee.
Your Jimbo says you have to be present to win.
But I mean, I guess he's gone.
Okay, so if he's not here, yeah, I can't get his. Right. So then, who's the next closest? Koshe. Koshe Art.
So he lost out because we forgot about this.
Yeah, I mean, he was one digit. It was 400. He was one digit away.
That's pretty crazy.
So
he won the lottery. He's out of here.
All right, Koshe Art. Congratulations. No mercy. Exactly. No mercy. You got to be here, man.
Koshe already has one.
He has one.
Oh, he has one already. Okay, so then let's do the next one. Let's do the next one since Koshe already has one. Who's the next closest?
You really want one sent to you.
Who's good at math here? Mr. Joshua is 648. Beliasa is 629. 229. But 400. Captain Waffle 222. Kevin P. West 247.
James Quo put 420.69. But if you wanted to count 420.
Yeah, no, this is 42,000. Just fucking around. Looks like Kevin P. West.
All right, nice.
Right? That's 153. Is that right?
I'm not good at math. I'm white.
All right, let's do another giveaway. Kevin P. West got this since Marty McFive is not here. Sean, you want to give away another one?
Sure.
Okay, let's see. What kind of system can we use this time? A letter of the alphabet. Give me a letter of the alphabet. A through Z.
Okay.
All right. So, Sean's gonna text me a letter. Chat. This is open up for. This is the second one. Second giveaway. Okay. All right. Second giveaway for a Genesis ash can. Sign. Are you gonna sign it?
I don't feel like
Sign.
No, of course.
Come on, you can sign it.
The one I took is not signed because I don't know what's wrong with me.
Open to anybody in chat. Sean, I will send you some money to mail it out.
Oh no. I have to send one to you.
For Crispy, right? Yeah.
Crispy, yeah.
Yeah, because I owe Crispy a bunch of stuff. So
several years worth of.
Well, I owe Yojimbo. I have his stack here. He's got like a whole box. I might have to just bring. I'm just gonna bring it to New York when I go to New York, and then you'll bring it because it's gonna eat up the whole budget.
I owe something to Yojimbo from such a long time ago.
Yeah.
That I think I eventually gave it to someone else.
Oh shit.
Oh,
that happens.
And I see Yojimbo every year too.
Hey, quick question. Are we? Oh, don't. Did I ever give this one out?
Oh yeah, someone.
Did someone claim it?
Wasn't that?
Did I thought? Oh no, I thought somebody claimed that one.
Someone claimed it? Okay, I didn't write the name on the back, and I was like, you get a second drawing on the back.
All right, so the honor system, someone has to say.
I guess I could watch. I could watch the.
I think I won that one actually. I'm remembering.
It was your boyfriend that won it.
Was it? No, he won the.
The breakdance.
Oh no, Jamie Odell won this one. I still have to pack this one up.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. By the way, I came back from my trip overseas, and I used my refrigerator sprung a leak.
Oh no.
Oh, while you were gone?
No. When I got back that day, I think.
Oh.
So.
Jeez. You're lucky.
I guess maybe because I hadn't used it in a while, and then I used the water thing in the refrigerator, and it started leaking. So. All right, I guess that's it. If Lurky Lurk is here, you can lock it up, but I don't think he's here. The letter was R, as in Robert.
Yeah, there was someone who was one letter away.
Who is it? There's an S. Jamie Odell is S.
Yeah, I think it may be.
What's before R? Q. So no Q. All right, Jamie Odell's got it. Congratulations, Jamie Odell in New York City.
Oh, cool. I'll just bring it over.
He's in the Upper West Side.
I was just there.
Yeah, I gotta go back, Yojimbo. Whiskey Ronin won the Usagi Yojimbo. Okay. Congrats, Jamie Odell. Do you want to give one more away, or you want to wait till the next stream? You want to ration it out? How do you want to do it? I mean, it's your ash cans. I don't know.
Either way, no big deal. Is this Killer Croc going to be inked?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ink this. So today I'm just gonna finish penciling it, and then I mean, I gotta fix this arm, and then I'm gonna get out of here. We still have 15 minutes left before the lottery. The Mega Millions, 1.5 billion. We're gonna be balling.
Be careful with that left arm.
This one right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is he gonna do? It's like, oof. It's like, huevos holding his huevos. 1.55
Well, it
billion.
depends on whether that forearm is coming forward or going back. You can draw it either way. If it comes forward, then you have no problem at all. But I don't know what you're intending with that pose.
Well, I was, again, I wasn't really. I don't think I thought it out too much, because I wanted to show the tail. Does he have Killer Croc have a tail? Like some versions he doesn't have a tail, and then some versions he does.
I think a tail's cool.
Yeah.
I
All
vote
right.
for tail.
Holding his tail.
Well, I mean, he's basically holding his junk right here. I mean, that's what Wolverine does, but then Wolverine gets away with it because he has claws. Right? So you're like, oh, no, he's not holding. He's just letting his claws hang out. And they're heavy. I guess it could be in the water, but can we pull it out? Can we pull it out? And then, like, some of these versions, I guess the TV version, he has like these kind of chains.
I think that hand might be more suggestive than the last one, but
Well, if I move his, I gotta redraw his whole arm. See, kids, this is why we should always sketch something out first. Right.
Yeah, it's just not fair. Like a lot of times you draw stuff, and then because we flatten out space, we draw in 2 dimensions. Something that's overlapping something, it could be like a 1.5 feet away, but as long as it's over it, then everyone, that's all people see. Like all that great work you do, they're like, hey, why he's grabbing his balls?
Yeah. Or I could move his right leg here. Also, you know, drawing comics are so used to leaving space at the top for dialogue or logo.
Oh, Derek gifted a lot of subs.
What? Yeah. What happened? Oh, Derek Engel, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Derek Engel just gifted 5 subs. 1 to Fuji5. 1. Oh, Poop Kid, he is here. Poop Kid is here. He's just lurking.
He didn't say hi to me.
Poop Man. Tudo makes comics. Kryptonite. Krypton 55. Nerd of many faces. Thank you, Derek Engel. Is Derek Engel the comic book artist?
Wrestler?
No, that's Engel. Like Crochet Art sub with Prime. Thank you. 4 months. Thank you, Crochet
He's
Art.
from DCD Collects.
Crochet Art or Derek?
Derek.
Oh, thank you, Derek.
Yeah. He got one of the those mystery boxes.
That's the other thing. I think. Have you tried doing that, Sean? I might consider doing like a mystery box thing for New York.
DCD Collects did it for me. So. But how does that work? Like basically, there's some really high value stuff, but it's a good way to make sure, like if you give away original art, you can give away a lot of like talking heads pages, because there's going to be a double page splash in one of them, but most of them are talking head pages, right? So
yeah, but it's like gambling. I mean, like it's like gambling basically, right? And then you're guaranteed a particular retail value per box, but then there's a chase item. You know, you can win like a full page splash. So there's maybe like a couple boxes that have like higher than the suggested retail value. But then
but you have to be super transparent and basically have to be able to back it up that there is something valuable in there somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. So then someone gets it, you know. So you can throw a cover in one of them, right? And that's already like $1,000 retail. And then
yeah, I think the DCD Collects guys have a Twitch channel, and you can see they do a real professional job because even their presentation, they build up the hype. They have like hype people and everything, so they make a whole show out of it. And when they crack it open, it's like a big opening ceremony type thing.
Sean, when you met Dinesh at the party, did you shake his hand?
Dinesh
Was it like a wet, clammy handshake?
What?
Dinesh is a great guy. I mean, I think
To you, hey, the C Poop Kid just mentioned. To you, he's a great guy. To me,
well, I'm just saying his institutional knowledge of the business is vast. It goes back a long time, and is so. I mean, he is responsible to shareholders for making decisions. So he has to be able to back all those decisions up with research. So he has opinions about everything, about like AI and where art is going. He has to know where the whole industry is moving in the next few years, and then he has to make his move, and then he has to like present to the people who are his backers
shareholders for
why
what?
he made the decisions he did. Well, a company, you have to report to the people, right? So
What, Valiant?
no, he doesn't own Valley anymore.
Yeah.
He may have, but
What do you mean, bad idea?
yeah,
Oh.
they're investors and they rely on him to
Yeah.
grow their money, right? So so there are very few people when they talk about comics that I really I'm very impressed by their knowledge. Like Mark Millar can talk forever about where comics are going and what trends. He actually times out certain trends spanning back 50 years. So
Yeah, but
Dinesh kind of does that too. So
I mean, yeah, you could say that.
What
Yeah.
did he do to you, Bernard?
well, we knew Dinesh when he was a fan with a lot of money, right? At some point,
Well, it wasn't
you
his
cross the
money. It was
barrier.
his buddy Jason's father's money.
Right.
Let's be
Right, so that guy-
technically accurate with that.
He was a Valiant super fan, and immediately when you hear someone who is like a super fan, you're like, oh well, you're on the other side. But eventually, you stick with it enough, and if you're smart, then you actually do make it to the pro level, right? So you got to start somewhere. So,
Okay.
but
All right.
he's still in comics. I mean, his company, he lost his company, right, because of
He didn't
because-
lose his company. He signed a deal, and he
Right.
got like how
So he
many
no longer
millions of
has
dollars, and he's got like how many
Right.
millions of dollars out of it. So it's like he didn't lose. It didn't take it away from him. He signed a deal. And the deal stipulated that at one point in during the transactional period, if the company had a right to, or the company that they signed the deal with would take over, and that's what happened, right?
yeah, and
It wasn't like they forced them out. It was
I don't think he was ready to give it up. But anyways, I mean, he can cry away to the bank. And he
Yeah.
started this another company, and they have a Kickstarter. It's really doing gangbusters now.
Is it?
It's like 400,000 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So and he made his money and still stayed in comics. Though when you make that money, you can just go do something else. But Valiant is dead in the water again and may come up for sale. And I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah,
if
maybe you buy it
some
back.
people we
Yeah.
knew buy it back and
Yeah,
then
buy it back.
it's right back. I mean, that is when you talk about a fan. That's a real fan.
I mean, it could also, what were the sales of Valiant when he was running Valiant?
Well, they were better than they were now.
Well, I mean now it's like, but okay. Look, all I know is when he was still looking to buy the company in auction, we had discussions, when he needed help, he got some help, but then when he got in a different position, the help was not reciprocated. So, Courtney's asking what happened. I think for me, we had a few meetings. I expressed my interest in a particular role if he were to acquire the company. By no ways was it ever cemented, but I expressed a particular interest in, if he were to acquire the license or licensee or the properties. He said they were going to discuss it, which is fine. It's all under consideration. But then once he did get the company, I didn't hear from him, and there was no courtesy call to say that they were going to go in a different direction. So that's strike one. Strike two, wanted me to work on books. Well, actually, maybe strike 1.5. Foul tip. They reprinted a bunch of the old stuff. We didn't get any checks for that, right?
That's pretty bad.
Technically, you're supposed to get a reprint rate. We didn't get any money for that, but it's not that much. A few $100 maybe. Everyone at the time was like, look, they're trying to restart something that we had a huge role in helping launch off the ground, right? So why are we going to ask for all this money or whatever it is when the company is just starting out? They probably need the money for something else, right? I think not only myself, but I think a lot of other former Valiant creators felt the same way. And then ultimately when, he was reapproaching us, well, strike two was maybe we did the, remember, Sean, when we worked on the website?
Oh yeah, we did their animated web page.
Right, he wanted to do an animated web page. He had a specific budget, which is, a fraction of what we would be normally paid. We agreed to the deal, but also in consideration, again, we're all trying to launch this thing, right? We're all being friendly. We're getting pennies on the dollar for what we're doing. And then what we did, he kept changing, going back and forth, even after approving rounds and then going back to a separate direction. So we ended up spending way more time and money than, we didn't get any more money. We just got whatever we agreed to initially. So that was a headache and a pain in the ass. But yet we all kind of still went ahead with it because we all had this wanting to, make the project work. But then when I had one ask, which was, they wanted me to work on stuff, and I said I'll do it on a contingency. I just want to be credited as the co-creator of Dr. Mirage. I'm not asking for any money. I just want a credit. I never heard back. So, not even sorry, we can't do this. Right? All I wanted was an answer. I couldn't even get an answer. So, that's my interaction with him. And you know what? Dinesh lives 1 block away from me, or at least he used to. So I would see him in the streets. Uh, I mean, it's not like it was unreachable. The dude lived a block away from me. So that's my.
Do you want me to knock on his door?
No, I
I'll do
mean,
it.
whatever. Right? If we were all there in the beginning to help, uh, and then when things started moving along, I had one ask. It wasn't even like he said, "Oh, sorry, we can't do it." I didn't even get an answer.
Yeah, I noticed he's one of those guys that I think he intends to answer, but just doesn't. And then when you see him, it's like, "Oh, did I answer you?" I was like, "No, you didn't."
No, come on. I mean, you can't be that busy, right?
Well,
There's nobody.
uh,
There's nobody in the world that's that busy. So, and then you see him at a convention. Oh, what do you need? Anything you need, just let me know. I mean, it's. Anyways, we're at 8 o'clock. So, did the 1.5 billion?
oh, yeah, you're supposed to check your number now.
Is this?
Do you think you can, if you took over Valent, you can make something out of it?
Well, I couldn't. I don't think I can do any worse.
Well, yeah. I mean, whoever had it last.
How many
was
times did
basically-
they? How many times did they relaunch EXO, and how many times did they relaunch Shadow Man? I mean, during that tenure. So. And then the other thing was the whole Rye thing.
Oh yeah, that.
And again, no response to me. And then he said something to Tommy, because Tommy, I think, asked him, because he was doing a bunch of stuff for them. And
Also, isn't another strike the treatment they did to Dr. Mirage, where they made it a woman because.
yeah, I mean that that was another thing, but whatever. I mean, Dr. Mirage again. We'll see. I don't know where it is. Supposedly in development at one point with WB. What Bob and I did was very different than. And I think like if that book came out today, it would be very popular. The artwork would suck, because I look back at those issues, but the storyline and the gist of what Bob was doing.
It was ahead of its time.
Yeah. So.
Because they were doing a typical take on it, where the main character was this hot Asian woman.
Right.
Right. And then.
Which is a whole other kind of thing. Well, and it was very ambiguous if she was Asian or not. I asked like a bunch of artists that were doing covers for the book, and they're like, they don't know if the character's Asian. So it was just completely ambiguous. I mean, completely went the opposite of whatever the initial intent of the series was. So.
Maybe you can get the license. I mean, if they're licensing out the characters, you get it and then put out. Just revive it.
You mean license it from the current before they go under?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what plans that. It's all kind of dead in the water now, so
yeah,
something might happen. It might be available for cheap.
Harbingers was in development at one point with Rat Entertainment. EXO Man of War. EXO is probably one of the properties that they should have made a movie out of by now, because of CGI. Back then it was too expensive. But now, and harken back just to the original version. I mean, I don't know where it is now. How do we find the numbers, the winning numbers? Oh, here it is. All right, winning numbers, Tuesday. Are you ready?
Mm-mm.
Oh, shit,
Let's see the ticket.
The numbers are 13, 19, 20. Shit, nope. 32, 33, and 14. Nope.
Did anybody win? Let's see.
Estimated jackpot is pending. 13, 19,
Oh.
20, 32, 33. And the power mega number is 14. So would I have picked those numbers? I don't know.
Did you pick the numbers or did you just
I
have them?
I had 5 tickets. The first ticket picked specific numbers, and then the last 4 were computer generated. So there was one that was 13, 21, 24. So I got one number. Wow, this one was all pretty low. Oh well. Anybody win or anybody get anything?
It might not show up until like tomorrow or something, if there's actually a winner.
Is this from a state where you have to give your name and they get to use your likeness holding the big check, or?
Well, I think the Mega Millions is a U.S. wide.
Okay.
But it depends on which state you're in that they make you do it, and like, so if you're in a state and like in New York, they might not make you. In California, they make you. You have to be like publicly known. They will announce your name, I'm pretty sure.
Well, this one, yeah,
That would suck.
they have some people on there that you don't even have to get the 1.5 billion. I mean, if you got like 4 or 5 of the regular numbers, you are a millionaire. That's already pretty good. Just a little cushion. I just needed a little cushion.
When I waitressed a long time ago, I waitressed at a steakhouse, and I did a lunch hour or lunch shift one time, and there was a kid who won the Mega Millions, like a younger kid who lived in Pacific Beach. This was like in 06 or something, or 07, and he won a lot of money, and I waited on him and this one guy who brought him and his parents in, and was trying to get him to invest money with him. And the guy was like a complete dick. Not the guy who won, not the kid that won. He was, very quiet, and he just seemed like a normal, like, little party kid, and his parents were like very nice and like, please, thank you and everything. And I was kind of giving the guy extra time for his whole spiel, and then I kind of like, went over later and gave them their check, and I don't think, they obviously were like, well, we'll think about it. Nobody's gonna give their money, over lunch. And the guy was just so pissed, and he did not tip me. And he like, after they left, he was like, why did it take you so long? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, whoa, he got like all crazy with me. I was like, oh, sorry, you couldn't take their money, dude. But yeah, they're, hopefully, I wish those people who won, well, because they seemed like very nice, and like, his parents were like Midwest and like really, happy, obviously. So it's been a while now. So, and so many people go broke and or declare bankruptcy, but hopefully everything worked out well, because they were nice, but that other guy's not nice. So.
Koshe Art says he never names names when talking negative about industry people.
Yeah, he wasn't talking about you per se.
Well, I don't think I said any. I don't think I said anything negative.
Okay.
I'm just stating facts.
Okay.
From my perspective, right? I don't think it was anything. Wait, so what was the numbers? I don't think it was anything negative. It's just stating facts. This is
I'd
what
probably be
happened.
the same way as you, Bernard, where I'd be like, this happened to me and this person did this to me, but I'm too,
I hold too many
I'm too
grudges.
honest.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't have that much of a problem because I never asked for those things and never really thought I was in the running for any of those things. And then I primarily, regardless of how our interaction was, I just really just appreciate his institutional knowledge at this point. And I appreciate it because I don't have that institutional knowledge, and it's hard for someone like Carl coming in from the outside. Like that is very much valued now. I mean, it's just very hard to get money out of comics when you just don't know the industry and haven't been in it that long.
I guess the other thing. Well, anyways, we're going down a rabbit hole. Sean, you getting me?
I have that effect.
Yeah, you taking me down the rabbit hole.
I think that was me. I'm sorry. I asked you what he did, so that's my bad.
Jeremy Joe says I should just edit Wikipedia to give myself credit. Well, like, I mean, yeah, I mean, when they had the announcement about Dr. Mirage being optioned by WB or CW, I mean, they did mention that Bob and I were the co-creators, in which we were the co-creators. I mean, the whole reason Dr. Mirage was Asian was because it was a stipulation that I put, and then came up with a name and his backstory. It's located in Miami. I'm from Miami. So there's a lot of me in the character, or I mean input. Anyways.
At one point, they approached Bob, I think because they were struggling with sales to the classic Valiant people.
Yeah.
They just weren't buying their books. So a lot of new people were, but the old people who liked the way things weren't buying as much. So they were going to have a separate universe that Bob was going to be editor-in-chief of, and he would hire like you and me and a lot of the old Valley people and just kind of tell books like it was the 90s again, tell stories like that. And yeah, that never came through.
I mean, most of that stuff was that guy Greg. You gotta really give props a lot to that guy Greg Holland and Sonic Dan, but Greg Holland was the guy that was running that website, ValiantFans.com or ValiantComics.com, with the whole message board. And those guys were.
Dinesh was just basically one of those guys, like a fan who had a shot and actually merged into the whole professional world of comics. But they were all just basically people who just lurked around the website and traded stuff in between themselves.
And a lot of those guys really kept the name alive all those years, while the company was in limbo. So, I don't know. I don't know how they feel.
The once mighty company, when it finally went away, which it did in the past, in 2023, it slowly fizzled out to a death, and it didn't make the news because it happened so slowly, and it was such like back page news that it just died and no one noticed.
What you mean, Valiant early or Acclaim?
No, this Valiant now, it's gone.
Are they gone, or are they still around, but not doing much listing?
I don't know. I don't even think they're doing the keeping the lights on thing. I think they just stopped publishing and then no one noticed. But
didn't they do something for New Comics Day?
Well, this is all still very recent stuff that's happening. And I don't know if they still have that office in Midtown.
Well, probably not. But I mean, I thought they had an EXO book. Did they not? Did they cancel the EXO book? I thought there was an EXO book that's still coming out.
I think they're just gonna work their way through all that stuff. I was curious how you were doing covers for them recently,
Yeah, they still.
and I realized because Dinesh is gone and Rob Levin was your buddy, so
Yeah,
now you would do Valiant stuff.
I'm doing Valiant stuff. Well, I did.
Yeah.
So Rob's not there anymore, but yeah. I mean, these are characters that we grew up with. Grew up in the sense that these were our first, professional work, right? That time of the business, there's a lot of memories there. So it's a very
Yeah, we always
personal.
had that plan to just start it up without permission. Like I don't know who owns it, who cares, whatever. If there's lawyers involved, I think as long as you don't sell it, you can put out your own Valiant stories and do like the John Byrne thing and just make X-Men stories.
Yeah.
And you can find some way to sell it.
Well, and, again, I don't know if you can sell it, but
well, John Byrne, I think you can. He does somehow get money for his X-Men stories that he's doing now.
Yeah.
And I think there was always, like, Valiant was strongest when they had Solar and Turok in it, and they never had those licenses before. But see, it's not a problem for us because it's just fucking do it, man. We don't have to ask for permission. The cool thing is that if you can have the runway to do stuff for free, then you can. I mean, not many people can, but I thought it'd be a fun idea.
Are you gonna make Ryan the Future Force appear in Genesis in the background, or the Harbingers?
No.
You should have faith in the Harbingers running around in the background.
Yeah, Faith was really ahead of her time too. I mean, you look at commercials now for a lot of clothing and cosmetic and all that. Those commercials, they just have like really like large women, and Sports Illustrated too. Like, I think Faith, being a headlining character, was really way ahead of his time.
Those early Valiant books were very good. You know, the ones that pre-Unity, they were very good. The ones after Unity,
let's
I don't know.
take up a collection to buy Valiant, and then we'll start it up again.
How much would you need? Like, I mean, it sold for $1 million, 20 years ago. How much would you need now if it were to be bankrupt?
I'm sure that people looking into it.
100 million?
I know, people talk about. I've heard Joe Quesada talking about it.
Mhm.
I've heard Carl talking about it, and I heard even Dinesh recently talking about it, like just joking around. But you never know if any of those people are serious.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of that depends on who has options and rights to make what properties, because then that's where the headache comes in, right? Well, one aspect is if some of these characters, because if you're buying these characters, you're buying them in a sense to make additional, like, movies and television shows and stuff, right? Or video games. And then how many of those properties right now are tied into deals with other studios? So if a bunch of them are tied into deals with other studios, that might decrease some of the value because you're locked into whatever deal that is.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem with DC, that they can never be sold because all their characters are owned. Like, it's just impossible to get to the root of who owns what.
Well, yeah, it would take a lot of, because I mean that was the whole thing with Marvel initially back in the 90s, right, when they filed bankruptcy. And then Spider-Man, it took forever for a Spider-Man movie to get made. I mean, a lot of people I don't know if they remember, but even the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie, it took a while. The property had been out there, optioned by Sony, Marvel wanted to do something, but they couldn't. And then they finally came up with a deal to kind of share Spider-Man eventually. But then once they couldn't really do Spider-Man, Marvel went ahead and did Iron Man. And Iron Man, I mean, Sean, would you say that I don't think Iron Man was like the number one comic in the Marvel Comics line,
He was always
right?
like a C-list character.
Or even like Avengers, like X-Men was way more popular than Avengers.
Right, and you can see how Marvel shifted the attention away from X-Men
Right.
to the Avengers.
Because they didn't have the license to do the Marvel movies. So the Marvel movies were with who were they with? Someone else.
Fox or Sony.
Yeah, because they had licensed them out to Fox and Sony. So, or no, Fox. Yeah. So, that's where a lot of the money is. I mean, back at initially when Valiant was with Acclaim, they had optioned a deal with Miramax for a Shadow Man movie. DMX was slated to play Shadow Man. I actually have a script. Actually, hold on a sec. You guys entertain the masses. It's like right here. Hold on.
But you're gonna just show every page on stream.
Well, I'll show the head cover page. Hold on.
Okay. Well, that's gonna be deep in your bottom of your pile.
Well,
I've been in that room. I wonder if he'll be able to find it.
Covered bird poop and stuff.
give me 5 minutes. Not even. Give me like a couple minutes. I think I just saw it the other day.
What do you prove by showing the front page?
He's gonna knock those boxes over. It's gonna fall on him. He's gonna be crushed. Those boxes are taller than me.
It's gonna be one of those hoarder deaths.
Look, it's messy, but I know where everything is. There's a catalog up here in the noggin.
And even if you know, it's getting to it. Did you find it?
Yes.
Oh.
It was buried.
Dimension Films.
Is that worth something?
Shadow Man. First polished, first ending by Matthew B. This is 2001. Matthew B. Collins III.
2001.
How did you end up with it?
I was gonna do some concept art for it. So French Quarters. I'm not gonna show anything. I could or could not be reading from the script.
Why can't we show it?
Extreme.
Let's read the whole thing on one of the streams.
You want to
We'll do a dramatic reading.
Well, yes, we'll act it out.
We'll do a dramatic reading. This is I don't know. What are the rights?
There's no rights. It wasn't made.
It was never made. So DMX.
Made over 20 years later. DMX I don't think he's in jail. That's 2011, November 12, 2001.
I texted you, your lawyer.
Yeah, I got a cease and desist. Dinesh, he finally reached out. He said,
"Oh, now that's how you get Dinesh.
That's how you get us. Yeah, he finally reached out. Okay, now, let bygones be bygones. All right."
Oh, while all that was happening, look how you solved that whole grabbing the crotch problem.
Oh yeah, see that I moved the leg, but I don't know if I like the other one where his legs are like. Now he's grabbing his knee. He's like, "Oh, I got arthritis on my knee."
It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, rarely those when you try to fix something, it rarely works out better. But sometimes you have to weigh the option because I think everyone would just make comments like when the person hanged that on the wall, he's probably like really tired of people just pointing out that like, oh, look, he's grabbing his crotch.
Yeah, maybe I make his legs a little bit. I should twist his torso. If you can draw it once, you can draw it twice.
Oh my god.
All right. So he's swinging around. The only thing is there's no room back here for his leg. behind, right? It's kind of awkward.
Did you hear? And because that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie is out with, it was all animated, so this is strange out of the, just out of the left field. You know, people are always complaining. Artists always complain about treatment with all this AI stuff and just like poor treatment from management. So word comes out with that this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated movie. Everyone had a great time, and all of their rights were respected, and they were given plenty of time off and family time, and gave the option to work from home.
Yeah.
And which is something that you don't ever hear. It's like, am I hearing this right? I mean, some artists that were just like completely happy with their working situation on a big, high-pressure movie.
Oh, it's a union gig. Why would they be unhappy? It's a union gig.
So the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was not a union thing?
No, it should have been. It was. But people in the Spider-Man were unhappy?
Whoever called the shots. Yeah, there's like 100 people that walked out or something.
Really?
Yeah. And then like the Marvel, people working on the Marvel movies are banding together to unionize.
Oh. Well, I know like a lot of the stuff now has been shifted overseas, like special effects. I don't know how much of that Spider-Man movie was shifted overseas. All right, let's get out of here. Nobody won. I got to go down the rabbit hole.
Nobody won.
Right back to square one. Disney still owns all the old Malibu comic stuff, yeah. I still have some Malibu Comics furniture. A buddy of mine worked at Malibu Comics.
What?
Yeah, like a buddy of mine worked at Malibu Comics. Is this what that guy was, Koshi R was talking about? A buddy of mine worked at Malibu Comics out here. Right after I moved out from New York. And then he calls me up and says, hey, they're shutting offices. He has his office furniture. Do I want it? And I was like, sure, why not? So I have like 2 bookcases that were from the original Malibu office. And like a TV, what is that, a credenza? Where you put the TV on? What do you call that?
From Malibu? Oh
from Malibu. Yeah, they're out in Calabasas.
Oh.
But I use that to
so
put my bird shit.
There.
I mean, my bird stuff.
Yeah.
So credenza, yeah.
So that's what you have at your house?
Well, yeah, like the two bookcases in the TV next to the TV in the living room, the 2 black bookcases that are kind of diagonal. Those are from Malibu.
Oh.
It's kind of cool, you know. It's like comic book panels, you know, like a diagonal cut.
You gotta dust those. They're getting a little dusty.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole place. I might have to. Hey, how long do refrigerators last?
10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
I've had mine for almost 20. 19.
Ooh. Yours is big and it has a lot of stuff in it.
2004. So, Sean, should I fix the water? It's a water inlet valve that was leaking. Should I fix that? Which would be, I can probably do it myself.
I don't know.
The part's like $100 some bucks, I think. Or should I
Can
just
you shut off the water?
Yeah, I can shut off the water. I just won't be able to, get water from the fridge, like cold water from the fridge anymore. I mean, I have a Brita water thing, anyways, so I could use that to drink water.
Is it what brand name is it?
KitchenAid.
Some weird. Oh, okay, so it's fairly common.
Yeah. So I can repair the water inlet valve myself. I just saw a YouTube video. It's pretty easy.
I repair it. It's not like anything to do with like the actual.
The cooling of the refrigerator? No, it's still working.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still pumping along. But I gotta figure like my refrigerator, my washer and dryer, my dishwasher, and my AC. Those are all original. I might
I
have
think the
like
Yeah.
only
big bill
the
coming
only
up.
reason why you'd want to get like a newer one is because some of the newer ones are more energy efficient. So could save you a little bit money, but I don't know, 10 years, it's a small part.
And
I
the
would
new
just
the
I
new
would just
ones are
stick
really
with it.
nice. I mean, there's like high tech ones. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, they were trying to do that whole like see through your,
Yeah.
you
Uh
know,
huh.
your window. Nobody bought those.
Oh
Like
really?
nobody
Oh
like or yeah, like you could, touch a button and you'll be able to like
yeah.
nobody bought those. And they're like so expensive. And I think they were LG. And yeah, nobody liked it. And then I think and Way High is saying this on chat. He said my refrigerator gave up at 5 years. They're ass now, and that's kind of true. I
Yeah.
feel like anybody who's had newer fridges,
Mm-hmm.
they died much more quickly, and
Yeah. This one's
unless you
19
get like,
years. 2014.
ah,
So,
it still works.
2004. Um, it's still working. I mean, the ice maker broke a while ago. I just never replaced it. So I
Mm.
just have like ice trays. Um, See you later, Dr. Midnight. Hang in there. Hope everything's well. Hope your
All right,
back's doing
Dr.
good.
Midnight.
Um, my washer and my laundry machine is an all-in-one. Um, I only
Oh,
use one function on it now, uh, which is delicate,
the dryer
and then I
doesn't
hang
work.
dry. Well, I haven't tried the dryer in a while. I just hang dry my clothes. Um,
I usually hang dry most of my clothes, but they're more delicate than men's clothes.
Courtney doesn't wear black.
really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm very pale, and it makes me look even more
What about
pale.
charcoal, like dark gray?
Um, I think that also doesn't look great on me because they had the 24/7 comics t-shirts, and I think a lot of black shirts are in black. Like
Hmm.
all of Jerry's shirts are in black,
Yeah,
most of them,
yeah.
and and I I want to support him, but I also don't look good in black shirts. I think it's just too much black on my top. I have a black
You,
jacket, but I
you'd
don't
have to be
know. It's
Catwoman ever as a cosplay.
I could that would be a little different, but I think
Because only like part of your face is showing.
Yeah.
yeah,
And then you put on a lot of lipstick. Doesn't matter how white your skin is. It'll be fine.
it would definitely look. I mean, it's supposed to make you look more pale. Like if you're if you're as fair as me, and then yeah, it just washes you out. But I'm not too against it, but I just know it doesn't. I usually go for like really light colors, like white, because it just looks better. Just like, I mean, some people with darker skin tones, they don't like white because they don't think it looks good on them, and I think it
Yeah,
looks
I look dirty.
How
I
long,
wear black because it makes me appear whiter.
Sean?
See?
How long does a AC last?
That usually lasts longer, I think. Especially if like the kind that you have is almost like central air.
Yeah. I hardly use my AC. I maybe turn it on a dozen times out of the year,
That's great.
maybe
Hmm.
less. I mean, maybe like around 20 times, maybe. Right? Out of the entire year, I use the AC that many times, and then this year I didn't get it maintenanced because it was like
Hmm.
$350 or $400 to maintain it a year, and I figure like it's gonna break down soon, right? If I don't maintain it for like 2 or 3 years, that's like $1,200. That's like half the price of a AC unit, right?
Um, well, no, for a new AC unit for your place, it'd probably be, I mean, like my boyfriend just got one for his place, and it's central air,
Yeah.
and that was $10,000.
What?
Yeah, and that was
Yeah.
a deal.
Yeah. You don't have like a wall unit or anything. It's not through a window. It's a big production.
Fuck, I
Yeah.
need to win the Mega Millions. How much is an AC unit?
It's
Holy shit!
and then
Really? ten
usually like
thousand bucks?
everything, yeah, and everything else that he was looking at and I was helping him look at, it was like around 15 to 20.
No, I'm looking
And
at this thing right
Yeah.
now. It's like $1,830,
no,
$2,000,
Jimbo,
5 ton.
10K is cheap. Prices went through the roof since but this he just got it a couple like 6 months ago too, so he got really like lucky. But to cool your place, it would probably be a large, just as big because you have
1,700 square
very
feet.
open, yeah, and it's very you have like and it's very tall, like you have really high ceilings.
I'm
So
seeing one for like $2,000 here at Alpine Home Air
it's
Products.
it, it's also getting it actually it's not only just the unit itself, it's actually them coming in and removing everything else and installing it is, big cost
Oh,
and
that's
so
additional?
yeah, absolutely.
Fuck.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised
Fuck.
if it would be like over 15 for you.
What?
Yeah.
Installation is a couple thousand, says Ujimbo?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, the people who used to do all that stuff, they all went to college and they have jobs at cubicles now. So the people who are remaining are charging a lot for that, and you have to wait too. You have to wait a long time for these people.
Yeah. And they
Installation
have
is
to
a
like
couple thousand. Oh, I didn't think about
yeah,
that.
they might not be able to actually like in like I've seen your place, so I take it that it's actually roof access.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
it's
a
on
lot
the
of them
roof.
are actually like side access of the house.
Right.
Um, so that might be even harder to
Yeah.
get
Anybody in the
to.
comics?
Those are anyways, why you start it up, you should change out the filter because it gets dusty.
I'm
Um,
thinking like I can kind of do this. Well, I've been getting
Yeah,
it
at least do the
maintained,
filter.
right, every year, and the guy comes in, he just puts in a new filter, and then he goes upstairs and he looks at some of the stuff and he says, "Oh, it looks good," because again, I don't hardly use it. And then they come back again for the heater at the winter. That I might use, maybe like 20 times. Um, I have a separate
hmm,
smaller AC unit for the studio upstairs. So it's like a
yeah,
small unit that just blows AC right on me.
Oh
I
yeah,
would
with that
think your
pipe.
place would be
Huh?
cool though.
That was like back in 505. We had the little tube.
Yeah, it does pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's dryer hose that comes out of it, and you just put it down your pants and
Right.
draw.
I mean, I only need to keep me cool. I don't need to keep the space cool, right? So, uh, 3 to 5 thousand. Yeah, Derek Engel says 3 to 5 thousand. But how much is
All
a
right,
water
you
heater?
go check and you come back to me and you let me
Yeah, how much is a water heater? That's old too. Everything's original.
Water
Water
heaters are
heaters,
like
I think
750 to 800.
yeah.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, it depends what kind
I thought
you
the water
get.
heater is like another 2,500.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, because also my boyfriend was looking into changing out his, and it was going to be around 5,000 for his.
Yeah.
I guess if they have to put in all that, I mean, you can go to Home Depot and then just buy one off the shelf for 800.
Right,
That's what
but
I
then
do.
I don't know how to put it in.
Yeah, so then I have to give the guy a couple $100 to put it in,
Yeah.
and then take out the old one and dispose of it.
Yojimbo paid 1,500 for a 60-gallon electric water heater. Tankless water heaters cost more but
Ooh,
save money over time. Yeah, we can't
yeah.
have tankless water heaters in our building, or it hasn't been
Um,
approved. So there's something with the tankless. So it's just gas heated. Um, I don't know how many gallons, but it's a big one. It still works. I don't know. I mean, I got that. Dishwasher. How long does the dishwasher last?
Well, that's another thing, like how often you use it. But things don't last that long. They just crap out and then they start falling apart. And you also don't know a lot of times when part of it's failing, you don't know whether it's that specific part or the computer brain is not activating that part.
Right.
So then you got to call someone I do this all the time. I call them and they come in and they check it and say, well, this seems to be the problem right here. And then he'll look up and the price for it, and it's something really extravagant. And then I'll just find the price on my own. And then,
Well, how much does it cost to get a guy over? Like a couple $100?
yeah, it's kind of, but then you can put that toward the work.
Oh.
You know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would like a tankless water heater, but the building doesn't allow it. Yeah, the electricity voltage. So, and then the washer and dryer has to be all in one, like a ventless laundry machine. Anyways, at least we're not talking about grievances anymore. So let's get out of here. I gotta get back to work.
Bernard, before you start fixing other things, just maybe like purge some of your stuff that you don't need anymore.
Oh, I know. I gotta throw away a bunch of stuff. You want some slippers?
I'll take some slippers. All the ones you got from your flight.
I need
I
it.
remember went to your place and you had like every single badge you had from a convention, you keep it and you have all these lanyards, like 50 lanyards. And I said, like, Bernard, you got to get rid of this stuff. You're never going to use it again. What are you keeping it for? And then you showed up to a show one time where you made something out of 50 lanyards.
That's
He
cool.
was like, oh, this came in handy.
Yeah, like what they use to tie shit up, right?
Yes.
Like to tie a whole
it's
bunch of
more
things
like
up.
organize stuff. Like
Like I have these
more
grandiose plans to use everything.
Yeah.
you can
that's
still use
what
them.
that's the hoarder's
Yeah, that's called the hoarder's
mentality.
mentality. Yeah.
Yeah, because everything is useful at some point, but
And then if you use it once, you're like, see, it was all worth it. All those saving it for like 20 years, it was all worth it for that one Cope Mia moment.
I think you were really trying to rack your brains to prove me wrong, trying to find something you can use 50 lanyards for.
I can make an cosplay outfit out of all the lanyards now. See, I can't. I threw them away.
You made a
That's
ghillie
actually a good
suit out of it.
Yeah, I could have made a ghillie suit out of lanyards from 30 years of conventions.
Yeah, that would have shut me up.
Can't do it anymore now. I threw a whole bunch of them out, thanks to you. That would be actually a pretty cool ghillie suit, man. You know, showing up to a convention like a T-shirt.
Harley Quinn. One of the Harley Quinn outfits looks like a bunch of lanyards.
Yeah, just
made
make a
jacket.
T-shirt, make a T-shirt or a jacket out of lanyards. That's fucking genius. Fuck! Why did I throw all those lanyards out?
Yeah, you can weave them together like a macrame thing.
I know. Now I gotta start saving again. Oh man, that would be so cool, you know.
You gotta learn how to sew.
Oh, the convention I got rid of the convention badges. Come on, you Jimbo. Come on. Don't you have any faith in your man here? Oh, there's Looky Lurk.
Oh, that's a cool idea, like samurai armor and convention badges.
Yeah. Well, I saved the first
Samurai.
badge from 1992, but I threw out a bunch of the other ones. Oh, you know what? And also I found out, like, I have all this mail, so when I got home from the trip, I was, like, shredding a bunch of old mail. And I found out that the bank branch that was close to, that was, like, 2 blocks away from me, where I have a safety deposit box, closed.
Oh shit.
February.
Oh.
So was your stuff on the sidewalk?
I don't know where it is. Now I gotta go file a claim, and I called. They don't have a record of it, so now it's a whole other pain in the
Oh,
ass thing.
jeez. What did you have? Like gold and stuff?
Yeah, there's some gold.
Bearer bonds?
There's some gold, some jade.
You have to have it somewhere. They can't like
Technically,
completely
they're
get
supposed
rid
to
of it.
hold it for like a year or so. So, but it's uninsured. So, see, there's Marvin Nation. He's
Just
here.
showed up
Marvin.
just in time.
All right, let's get out of here. Anybody work at Bank of America on stream? Got the hookups? Or got hookups at Home Depot for some appliances? We'll trade commissions. Man, $10,000 for an AC unit? That's the price of a car.
Yep.
I don't even use my
Yeah.
AC.
I don't get it. That's not central AC. You make like that cold. Usually in a building, they make the cold in the basement, and then they just kind of deliver it to every unit.
Oh, no, everybody has their own. Yeah, it's up on the roof. You have your own little AC unit on the roof. Pipes it down to your unit.
And then you have a handler in your unit that blows it around.
Yeah. And then, but I have in my studio, I have like one of those room ones that, it's like the size of a, I don't know.
R2D2.
Yeah, it's like a R2D2 size.
I have one of those in my room because it's hot.
That I use quite
It's
often. Yeah.
Bloody hot.
Like
Yeah,
once
a
I
lot
get
of
off stream, I'm
houses in,
turning it on.
Yeah, I need to turn mine on.
Does it still have the pipe that you put down your pants?
Yep. Yeah. It's a new one, And then I built a contraption to seal the window, open the window. It's like a diagonal opening, right?
Yeah. You'd make this like a cold trap
Uh-huh.
by putting up like a lot of like drawing boards and easels all around the perimeter.
Yep.
So that you can make a hot tub that has cold air in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it stays up here. So it stays cooler longer. So the cold air doesn't, go back downstairs. So,
Well, I mean, really, it's really not efficient to live in like that loft living. It looks really nice, but you need really
yeah,
zones
it's
to-
not. Yeah, it's not very efficient to stay.
It looks
I
cold.
feel
cool,
like
though.
Yeah.
your place stays cooler probably during the summertime because there's like a lot of
Downstairs is cooler. The bedroom area is very cool because there's an atrium inside the building.
yeah.
So the air circulates there, and it's a nice, gentle, cold wind inside, constantly. A very nice temperature downstairs. I mean, I thought about moving the bedroom upstairs and then moving the studio downstairs at one point, but there's just too much shit, So it's like then I would have to remember where I put the Shadow Man script from 2001. Okay, let's get out of here. We've been saying we're gonna get out of here for the last 30 minutes.
Yeah,
See you
we
guys
haven't
next
streamed
week.
So long.
Yeah, I know. Poop
Yeah.
Kid. See, there's Poop Kid. There's Poop Kid now. We're gonna stay on for another 10 minutes, and Courtney's gonna talk to Poop Kid.
No, I'm sad. I'm
Poop
sad
man.
that he ignored me.
Oh, let's rate somebody. Good call.
Okay.
Let's rate somebody. So we definitely have to get out of here. Who can we rate? Anybody have suggestions? Cody Shibi, Shang Taki, Joe Cow TK. Have you guys seen the Trump or Biden 2024 AI? It's hilarious. There's this channel on Twitch called Trump or Biden 2024, and it's AI, right? So it's them talking, and then when you type in chat, you can type in questions, and sometimes they'll read your questions.
Oh.
You're saying good things about AI. You're saying you like something that AI created.
No, when they make fun of people, it's funny. But I mean, it's glitchy, But it's still funny because sometimes they say some stupid stuff. I mean, because you can type in a question like, who's stronger, or who's faster, Superman or Flash, and then, Biden will be like, say something, and then Trump will say something about it.
Okay.
Who are we? Second suggests Sway Art. Okay, let's see. Sway Art. Sway. Is that Sway underscore? I can't read it now. Can you guys read the chat?
Yeah, underscore.
Sway underscore art. All right.
There's also Commander Biscuit 66 if that doesn't work out.
Okay, Sway underscore art is drawing a very sensualized Spider-Man.
Ooh la la.
All right, thanks for watching. Happy holidays, everybody. See you next week.
Yeah, good to be back. So yeah, next week hopefully, right?
Yeah, well, we should. I mean, deadlines, but yeah.
Screw deadlines.
Oh wait, what happened to the raid? Fuck.
No.
Okay, let me do it again.
What
Sorry.
did you do to them? They denied you. Commander Biscuit at 66?
Sway
You
art.
broke it.
No, it's a start raid. But then
anyone who won the ash can for me, just try to send me a message either on IG or here with your address.
yeah, so you can set it out. Okay, raid now. Happy holidays. Thanks, guys.
Happy holidays.
Happy holiday.
Did it work?
It's just 1 second. Oh, yeah.
Did it work?
I think it has like a PG.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh la la.
How come on mine it doesn't?
It doesn't? It worked for me.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I'm still on my screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it made me like approve. Like I had to approve that I was going on to it because maybe of the suggestiveness of it.
Right. Second, you can try to get me in trouble here.
You know, we ran into someone who worked for Twitch in San Diego.
Yeah? We're still on the
Yeah,
air,
kind of
son.
right, like, oh, okay. Well,
Let me
I said,
sign
like,
off.
you know, we don't